They were very accommodating when it came to making all of the design changes that we asked them to make. Upgrades to the kitchen, upgrades to the bathroom, upgrades to the basement. They executed pretty flawlessly.
So we had been looking at townhouses all over Northwest Indiana, and we were interested in a townhome in Winfield. And we had come out for the third or fourth time to look at that townhome. Really weren't sure where we were going, so decided to take an alternate route. I really liked that particular townhome. My husband really wasn't crazy about it. Happened to be coming down 231, saw a realtor, saw an open house sign, and then Tim, you can take it away.
Well, we saw Monique posting an open house sign on right in front of the gates, and I slammed on the brakes, turned in, and said, "Well, hello there. Can you? What do you have to show us?" And Monique took us and showed us. I believe it was a unit similar to this, but on the opposite end of the building, which we looked at and we liked a lot. Then Monique happened to tell us that this unit had a corner fireplace, which we thought, hey, might work better. So at some point she then took us into one of the neighbors' finished homes that was this exact layout. So we got a real good sense of what the unit would look like finished, and that pretty much did it for us.
And one thing that I will say that really helped me is when Monique brought us in the first home. It wasn't drywalled, it wasn't finished. Tim was able to kind of envision what it was going to look like, and I couldn't. When Monique brought us in to a finished home by Dutch Mill and showed us the workmanship, we instantly became very interested in what they could do for us, because we hadn't seen that kind of craftsmanship anywhere in Northwest Indiana previously.
Absolutely. Yeah, we felt that the standard package here was far superior to the other standard packages that we saw in some of the other homes and townhomes that we looked at. For instance, the wider moldings, and the trim work and the depth of the windows versus some of the other units which just had windows that looked like they were slapped in there with no real sort of casement around the windows or anything like that. So that caught our attention right away. The openness of the unit caught our attention. I mean, we essentially cut our square feet from our previous home, and we were ready to downsize, but we essentially cut it in half. Yet we don't feel that way, especially with the basement, right? So we went from over 3,500 square feet to 1,650. However, with the finished basement, I really only have 500 square feet less of usable space than I did in my previous home. In the previous home, we had a formal living room, we had a formal dining room, which we came to the realization we just pretty much outgrown. We use them one or two times, a year, and it got to the point where we were cleaning it, paying for it, and maintaining something that we really weren't using. So here, I mean, all the square footage that we have, all the finished square footage, is used, and it's used every day, and we love that about this place.
Well, one of the things that I can say, hands down, with no regrets, is our relationship with Lori. Lori was phenomenal. We had a design aesthetic in mind when we came to Dutch Mill, and she really helped us develop that. We had gone from a very traditional home to wanting something that was very streamlined, very clean, not fussy. And Lori got it. She got it hands down. She helped us through every stage of the process. She was flawless in her execution. Really can't say enough about Lori. Loved working with her. I would never have been able to come up with the concepts, for example, of this wonderful island, which is the favorite part of my house, without Lori's assistance. And to this day, I still will text Lori if I have a question about a cabinet or some piece of furniture that I might want to shop for, and she gets to me within 5 minutes.
I call her a bundle of creative energy.
I would say the quality, the craftsmanship, the service, I think I mentioned earlier that even now, I'll text Lori with any question. She's back with me in 5 minutes, tells me where to go, what I should look for. When I come home, I'm always wowed by my house. I love to come in when I've been gone for a couple weeks, come into the kitchen and see my favorite part of the whole house, which is right here. I love my countertop. I love my island.
You can even sleep on it.
It's great for entertaining. When we went to other builders, there was nothing like that in Northwest Indiana.
Agreed. Having Lori, walk us through the design process, and as Julie said earlier, kind of get our aesthetic and help us execute on that at really, no extra charge was terrific. It was invaluable, and I don't think we would have been able to pull off the look and feel that we were going for without her.